Welcome to Highway Havoc, the podcast where adventure meets attitude. Buckle up, folks, because we're about to take the highway by storm. If you can't handle the language here, then you should probably find some other podcasts. We're not for the faint of heart. Highway Havoc, we're on the move. Truckers and tales and trouble, that's what we prove. Laughs and life talks with special guests in tow. We're taking the highway and we're not going slow. Highway Havoc, to the city streets, we're bringing the heat and the stories that beat. Highway Havoc, it's a wild ride. Buckle up and let the good times collide. Highway Havoc.
So I sent you some music.
Yeah, I just downloaded it. Okay, Trucker Troubadour.
I drive these highways, a ghost in the night. My headlights cut through the darkness and the lights. I've seen the shadow that the road can bring. Trucker's life is a solitary thing. I'm a trucker troubadour, singing my song, but the melody's haunted all day long. I've got my rig in the darkness as my guide. We'll ride these roads where the lawless souls reside. I've met God's disciples in the dead of night. Their stories whisper in the flickering light. I've heard their secrets and I've kept them tight. This trucker's life is a life of endless nights. I'm a trucker troubadour, singing my song, but the melody's haunted all day long. I've got my rig in the darkness as my guide. I'll ride these roads with the rest of the lawless souls. The engine's purring like a beast in my ear. I am the wanderer, all alone but also here. In the darkness of the road, I find my home. This trucker's life is a life never known. I'm a trucker troubadour, singing my song, but the melody's haunted all day long. I've got my rig in the darkness as my guide. I'll ride these roads where the lawless souls reside.
that I couldn't hear. I could hear parts of it every now and then, but couldn't hear it all. So, what'd you think?
Wow. It reminded the one thing about this that reminded me of the song Kindness that you did. In both cases, I found myself tapping my feet or beating
Okay,
on something. And that's good, I think, because
I think so.
it helps me remember it. And
Good.
that's why I like Kindness was because even after the song ended, I would go about my day and I'd keep thinking about it. And I'd keep singing it to
Huh.
myself. And this has a beat and it has a hook to it. And that's important. I really like it. I mean the I don't know what kind of drums that you had programmed there, but they were really good and it really worked. It had a southwestern feel. It had a feel of some songs with a Mexican influence.
That's right, because a troubadour.
The
And I
Troubadour.
thought troubadour was a Mexican bullfighter, but it's not. But it's why I thought, okay, let's put it through it anyway. So
No, it's fine. I mean, I liked it. I liked the trumpet, and I liked how it all came together. And
awesome.
yeah, I'm not sure what you would change about it, but I do think the lyrics are really good, and I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
change any of the lyrics. I think if you decide to tighten up anything, you decide what that is. But I'm just wowed by how you pull that off. Excuse me. Um, but no, yeah, the music, the beat, everything worked so well together.
It sounds better on the audio than reading it, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is in my head. So I don't hear the song in my head, but shit comes to my head. Like I'm like, well, and then I try to make shit kind of come together, and then I'll run it through the AI thing, and it changes things for me to make it smoother, and then presto bango, I got myself a song. So that's why I don't think that I don't I just don't want everybody to think that I'm a fucking music guy. Like I'm not,
What
I'm not trying to be a poser. That's what I'm trying to say.
Jason, you're not going to be given any concerts anytime soon.
That's right.
But it doesn't mean people can't like it and hear it and play it again. And that's why I wanted to get up on.
Right, and I agree with you in that aspect. As long as people know that I'm not trying to be something I'm not.
Well,
So
and I will tell people in advance right now what we're going to be doing, and that I want to get an Indiegogo campaign going. And,
stupidest word in the world.
it,
Indiegogo.
I know, yeah, it's crowdsourcing. And we're going to get raising some money for the film project.
Someday, isn't it?
But
Yeah.
I just wanted to give people some
Crowdfunding, not crowdsourcing.
crowdfunding. Yes, thank you for that correction.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
you're
that
welcome.
people are telling me, well, if somebody who donates X amount of dollars, give them a t-shirt. I wanted to do something more than just a t-shirt. I wanted them to get something special that, you know, and you get to have streaming rights and all that kind of stuff, and that'll be big. I hope so.
Oh, well, but maybe who knows?
Well, I wouldn't expect billions of dollars or millions of dollars, maybe just
No.
15 or 20 cents.
If I can get a tank of gas for my motorcycle out of this, that'd be perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to
You
get
laugh at me on that, but I'm for real. I don't give a fuck if I get
no,
one
I
tank of
know
fuel out of my truck
yes,
or bike.
your priorities, you know, fuel.
Right. Until
But
I need tires, and then it's priority tires
yeah.
and fuel. I would
Ugh. But Yeah, I think our previous discussion was really well done. And like I said, I wanted to make a kind of video bookends to what I'm editing together here.
Yes.
And thi-
Do we do okay with this, or do we need to add on other topics? And I'm sorry for keep interrupting you. Damn it, trying to work on that.
yes, yes, slap, slap, slap. Um,
Right?
but do me a favor, can you? While we're
Okay.
talking here and while we're
Oh,
heading
you
out,
betcha, bud. Yes,
yes,
I can do that. Is that what your favor is going to be?
turn the camera around to face the road.
Oh,
To,
okay.
I think people need to see this. This is one of my most enjoyable things about this is when you point the camera out there on the road
Yeah,
just to see how it's going. And, this is what you see.
it is. Actually, technically, this would be what I see.
Yeah, we don't need to see all that
And then
unless
every now and then I look out the mirrors, make sure everything's cool and no sparks are flying out anywhere.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah,
you betcha, bud. It's not as
that
funny when I'm trying to do it, right?
that's a good one. I'll use that one.
Cool.
But anyway, I just wanted to say, this is a good time, to to show this because I like to put credits over this part here, and so I'll be doing that. And
Absolutely.
podcast by Jason Popo, Mark
Uh,
Dixon.
I'm going to start saying your name, Mark Dixon, because you say my last name weird as well. So I'm going to start saying yours as well.
Isn't it Popo?
It is. Yeah, see, you said it right that time. The way you say it, Popo, I don't know, you sound weird when you say it. Popo, Popo.
I hear that. I hear that, but then sometimes, that first time we met and you told
Right?
me the correct pronunciation of your name, and if anybody wants to see that first time we met, they just have to go to the very first podcast we did, and that whole thing is there,
Yeah.
and you correct me on pronunciation, and I guess I'm just self-conscious about pronouncing it all the time, and
Don't need
it's
to
just
be self-conscious, Mark Dixon. It's all good, dude.
you're such an asshole.
I am. I'm an asshole, and I've always tell everybody that.
Yes. Um, can you zoom into the road a little bit more? I want more dark sky because I want to put credits over that.
Oh, you want? Oh, you don't want to be what you're wanting to do? Oh,
There you go.
how's that?
Yeah, perfect.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. So next time, just say, "Put me on the dash, bitch." There.
No, that's kind of great. That's just, the viewpoint that is kind of cool and a great way to put credits because there's lots of room on there and I could put another one of your songs. Do you have a preference to the song that I can put on here for closing out this podcast?
I might have one. I don't know if I sent it to you or not. Um, fuck, how did I name that song?
A
I made it
recent one?
last week. Yeah, I made it last week. Uh, fuck. What the hell is the name of it?
You made it last week? Well, let me find out.
Yeah. Let me know what you sent you last week because I don't remember.
Well, let me just read by date added. And cold-hearted motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one right there. Fuck,
I
why
don't
couldn't
think
I remember that?
I don't think I've listened to that one.
Oh, you haven't? No, you should have a listen to it. It's pretty good. It depends what version I sent you.
I will just wait to put it on the end of
Web version.
this video. Um, cold-hearted
Yeah,
motherfucker, and it was done on the 25th at
sure.
10 a.m. And so, yeah.
Is that when I sent it to you, or is that when it was done?
Uh, created at 9:59, or either way, it was about the same time. I have no
Um,
idea.
I wonder if it's the duet version or not. If it's the duet version of it, I'll send you the better version.
Truly shine are not the ones trying to impress you or to win some secret advantage. They are simply kind, not as a tactic, not as a strategy, but because it is their nature. When someone is genuinely kind, without any thought of what they'll get in return, their presence feels light, effortless, like a cool breeze on a hot day. It refreshes you. It brightens the moment, and you don't quite know why, but you feel it. Now, this is not because they have discovered some grand philosophy, or because they are working very hard to be virtuous. It is because they have seen how difficult life can be. They know suffering. They know loneliness. And from that understanding grows a very simple wisdom, that to be kind, even in small ways, is to relieve the burden we all carry. So the finest presence, if we may put it that way, comes from those who are not performing, not scheming, but simply living in harmony with this truth, that we are all, in the end, companions on the same road. And when you see that clearly, kindness is not something you do, it is simply what you are.
A gentle breeze on a summer's day, a kindness that shows us the way. No expectation, no reward in sight, just a simple act that shines with light. We're all walking together, side by side. Kindness is the rhythm that guides us through life. In the darkest moments, it's a beacon bright, a gentle touch that makes everything alright. They've known the struggles, the pain and the fight, but they've found a wisdom that shines with light. That kindness is not just an act, but a way to be, a reflection of the heart that's wild and free. We're all walking together, side by side. Kindness is the rhythm that guides us through life. In the darkest moments, it's a beacon bright, a gentle touch that makes everything alright. In the silence, we find the truth. The kindness is not something we do. It's a state of being, a way to live, a reflection of the love that we give and receive. We're all walking together, side by side. Kindness is the rhythm that guides us through life. In the darkest moments, it's a beacon bright, a gentle touch that makes everything alright.
There, how's that? Are
Hey,
you happy?
perfect. That's perfect.
Happy fucking camper again.
Yeah,
My boss is right over there, so you may be wandering over here for a minute.
that's okay. The more the merrier.
Good deal.
Yeah, we're
Good
talking
evening.
today. Was it today or was it yesterday? I don't know. Remember when we were talking about this? Just about a continuation of the themes that we were discussing when Chuck was on here about how people don't take advantage of being in this country. You know, they're just so caught up in their own world, and they can't see what's right in front of them. And
Right.
And so,
I
you know,
thought we were talking about. I thought we were going to talk about how entitled everybody thinks they are.
well, that's part. It goes to what you said with Chuck um, about the problems that we are facing in this country right now. Everything is fractured. Maybe we're trying to blame somebody for it, but the blame is squarely in our control. I don't know. It's just, do we have to be so fragmented? I mean, you get people on the road. I mean, you see it every day. You get on the road and they are completely oblivious to the world around them.
Absolutely, and that's the problem with the world. It
I
doesn't
was
affect them, so they don't give a shit.
started
As a
in
professional driver, I have high tolerance or high patience for idiots on the road. Um, because I know I'm held to a higher standard than the average Joe schmuck driving his fucking shitty car down the highway. But when I'm not a trucker and I'm in my personal life, I'm still technically held at a higher standard because of the class of license I hold. But I don't give a shit. It's my time to be immature and act a fool. But I'm not cutting truckers off and, you know, fucking their day up. I'm out
well,
looking for other assholes to fuck their day up.
but yeah, you're not messing with truckers because you
Yeah.
know how what kind of load are you hauling right now?
Right now I got 40,000 pounds of mining equipment on.
So 40,000 pounds.
Yeah. Actually, what it is oh, fuck, I thought it was right here. Written out nicely for me. There's a name for it, but I forget what the fuck they're calling them. They're basically big drill bits that go into like a crushing cone to crush stone or something. I don't know. I'm not a miner, but
Yeah, but it's the weight, 40,000 pounds
mm,
compared to maybe a ton for a car.
right.
So if people
That's
can't
just what's
do,
on my trailer. My truck and trailer is 80,000 pounds, right? So actually, I'm a little lighter than 80,000 right now. Probably 78, 76 maybe. I don't know, but whatever. Still a lot of weight. You don't want to get fucked up with a big truck going,
well, look at all
you're
the
gonna lose.
accidents you've seen. I mean, in the long run, who comes out ahead? Well, the truck does maybe. Just it's something I remember telling Cyrus when he was learning to drive. I told him if you see a car that is all banged up and just looks really crummy, keep your distance because they're not going to care what happens to your car if they hit you.
This
Because,
is true to a point because I wanted when you said that to me earlier, I wanted to say some shit about this.
well, tell
But
me,
continue your well, somebody that has a beat up piece of shit car might be the only thing he can afford. Maybe he worked his ass off all summer long to get his very first piece of shit banged up car, and that's his pride and joy. So he might be driving that way better than you'll ever drive your fucking shit Mercedes because you didn't work as hard for that Mercedes as he did for that piece of shit car he's so proud of. So that's not entirely a true
no,
statement.
I agree with you.
I understand what you're saying on that, but
Mine was a generalization,
yeah,
you
an
know,
assumption, a
and yeah,
stereotype, as you're trying.
yeah, a stereotype. But
I think you should get every car, whether it's a piece of shit or well, except for BMWs, fucking Priuses and Teslas, those guys can all fuck right off. But everybody else should have the same exact respect. You should give everybody the same respect as you're expected to be treated. No different than if you're in line at a fucking Walmart or a buffet restaurant. You're not going to cut in front of people and bump into them, and like that's not how it works in the real world. So the highways should be no different than standing in line for a cash register. You know what I mean? But people
yeah,
fucking lose their minds when they get behind the wheel because they think they're invincible, protected by all this plastic nowadays and
and they
metal.
think that they have a right to be in front.
A lot of them do, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yep,
back to what we first started out with, it, the people don't really spend much time looking at what's around them in this country.
it's true. I
I
also
mean,
think if you're going to be a driver, you should spend a week with a first responder, i.e., a tow truck driver, an ambulance driver. Follow them around and shadow them so you can see them picking body parts up off the road. You know,
A tow truck driver too would do that?
I was like 4 or 5 years old when I was picking body parts up off the road with my dad. Yep,
Holy cow.
absolutely. Yep.
Well, that kind of gives me an idea about what we should look for.
Because that way you see the outcome of your fucking shitty actions and makes you think twice before you drive like an idiot. And if you want to drive like an idiot, I highly suggest you do a racing school because then at least you have the tools in your toolbox to know what the fuck to do. But everybody thinks they're a race car driver as soon as you get a license, you know? Not everybody, I guess, but a lot of people think that they can handle the road. Like they see off Dukes of Hazzard or whatever. You know what I mean?
It occurs to me that we don't necessarily need to have any, over the road long haul drivers all the time.
No, we don't. We don't even
And-
need to have truck drivers. We're gonna have anybody, honestly. But
Well-
like logging truck drivers a whole nother beast, man. You gotta have. When I did it, it was fucking crazy. I loved it, but I wasn't driving anything real fancy. It was all mechanical. And, yeah, whatever. We don't need to get into that, but it was fucking quite an adventure, dude.
Well, I do
And
want to
was
get
fun.
into it. I think that if we have a log truck driver and that you have experience doing that, then it would be worthwhile because you have experience doing that, so you can share a lot of the same stories that he might have. Of course, you're older.
I used to be the youngest asshole on the road. Now I'm like the oldest. That's sad.
Well, 27 years experience.
Yeah, at a 21-year-old, it's crazy.
Uh-huh. But then you also have experience doing tow trucks, and so
Yep.
you have the experience, and that's kind of what I want to do is find somebody who does that.
I used to wear my heart on my sleeve, but life had other plans, it seems. I got knocked around, pushed to the wall. Now I'm building walls to protect myself from it all. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker wasn't exactly on my bucket list, but life's got a way of turning up the mistrust. I'm learning to shield my heart from the pain and the fight. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker just to make it through life. Through life. I used to trust, I used to believe, but the world had other plans, it seems. I got burned, I got scarred. Now I'm walking solo with a heart that's guarded and marred. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker wasn't exactly on my bucket list, but life's got a way of turning up the mistrust. I'm learning to shield my heart from the pain and the fight. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker just to make it through life. Just to make it through life. Maybe someday I'll find my way back to the love and the light that I once knew and lacked. But till then, I'll wear this mask and hope that someday I'll find my way back. I woke up in a world that's cold and gray. The city's awake, but my heart's gone astray. I'm searching for a light, a guiding star, but the darkness feels familiar, it's where I've been scarred. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker wasn't exactly on my bucket list, but life's got a way of turning up the mistrust. I'm learning to shield my heart from the pain and the fight. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker just to make it through life. Just to make it through life. I try to remember the last time I felt alive, but the memories are hazy like a distant fading light. I'm chasing the highs, but the lows are what I find. A numbness is spreading like a slow-moving mind. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker wasn't exactly on my bucket list, but life's got a way of turning up the mistrust. I'm learning to shield my heart from the pain and the fight. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker just to make it through life. Just to make it through life. Maybe someday I'll find my way back to the love and the light that I once knew and lacked. But till then, I'll wear this mask and hope that someday I'll find my way back. I'll find my way back to the love and the light that I once knew and lacked. But till then, I'll wear this mask and hope that someday I'll find my way walking through the night with shadows on my back. The city's alive, but I'm just a ghost looking back. I'm searching for a way to break this curse, to find the love and the light that I've been forced to disperse. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker wasn't exactly on my bucket list, but life's got a way of turning up the mistrust. I'm learning to shield my heart from the pain and the fight. Becoming a cold-hearted motherfucker just to make it through life, just to make it through
You betcha.